Hi, everyone. I'm Sunny.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Rox. And this is
Literature on the Rocks. Girls Trip Edition. Heyo.
Ooh, that was a nice transition.
Thank
It really was.
We're on our annual girls trip vacation. Kidless, husbandless, pantyless.
Oh, I brought panties, all right?
Oh.
Well,
Well,
I wasn't given the no panties memo.
well, now she knows. She just got here. She'll be taking them off later. Don't you worry. Also, our room has tile.
Yes.
And I was thinking about this last night because I have my slippers. And I put them on and I'm like, actually, I'm less bothered by it being tile.
really? Because I saw your slippers last night,
Yeah.
and I was more bothered that it was tile.
Oh.
And
And I
almost
was like, I
borrow
should have
them?
brought slippers
Oh.
or socks.
I thought you were going to borrow her slippers.
I'm like, no.
My
I
foot
definitely-
is double the size of hers. There's
really
no
is.
fucking way I could wear her slippers.
It would just be her tiptoeing through the room because only her toes fit.
It would be like when little kids get older and they put on the Disney shoes when
Yes.
they're too big and their heels are all
Yes.
That's exactly what it would look like.
Yeah,
be
I mean, I
fair-
haven't. It's colder, so that's why I'm like, oh, I'm glad I have my sandals. But I'm less grossed out by it, so that's interesting.
Yeah,
How do you feel?
Socks still.
Well,
I brought my inside socks.
But do you feel differently about it being tile versus carpet?
No, I just don't like being barefoot. So either way, even in my own house,
See-
I have tile, but I still wear socks at home.
Yeah, but we talked about like when you go to a hotel, like you're thinking about all of people's feet
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff. It's just gross. For whatever reason, I feel like tile is less gross, but
Maybe because
I
it
don't
doesn't
know. I can
leave
see the grout, so
it's
well,
aged.
I don't know if they steam mop this floor, you know?
And the shower has like a river
Oh,
rock
yeah.
bottom. That grosses me the
Yeah.
fuck out.
Yeah,
It's all slimy sometimes in
No.
between. Sometimes. I don't know about this one, but
it's not
It better
slimy, but
fucking
it's
not be slimy because that's bacteriums.
I I haven't stepped into this one, so you guys are going to have to
It
let
was
me know.
not slimy. But
Okay.
I
it's not
think
slimy. And
It just doesn't. You can't tell if it's clean or dirty, and that's what bugs me.
Yeah, I can see that. And also, there's like, well, I'm not talking crap. But I do like the place that we
Yes.
have decided
It is
to stay.
super, super cute.
It's very cute. It's very boutique-y. It's French and
It's roomy.
yeah, we're in Fleur Noir. Anyways, it's a very cute boutique-y hotel. Staff has been great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like we go to the clubhouse and get our pool towels, and they've got we got to go get our rosé.
Oh yeah, we got complimentary rosé.
But it's very cute and fun. And I'm excited. We have fun
And
plans.
it's 21 plus, so there's no kids here.
Same with that. We're going to go to the swim and social after we record, and it's 21 plus.
Yep. We'll be drinking, brunching, and swimming.
And then we're going to go to a ghost tour.
I know, I'm so excited.
I don't know what to expect.
I don't know either.
Absolutely
it feels like
nothing.
more of like a historical walk where it's like
I know.
these are known for haunts, but how haunted is Palm Springs?
I don't know.
I don't know, it's been around a long time, hasn't it?
I mean, so has the U.S., but that doesn't mean like this.
And
And the US is
majority of
very
the parts
haunted.
of it are haunted.
wow.
Do you know what? A new home can be haunted too if someone died in it, or if a ghost, an entity decided, I
yeah.
like this place.
Yeah,
1938?
Oh, yeah.
2000s ghost just in there yelling in the halls. It's Brittany, bitch!
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It was incorporated April 20th, 1938.
It could for damn sure be haunted.
Oh, yeah. I think we could add on what was it called? The reader, you know?
Yeah, the RMF detector. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, to our
the ghost
phones?
meter. No, you can buy them at the
Oh, but I think there is an app. Oh
sure
my
there is.
gosh, let's download the app that talks to the ghosties. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. This is making my heart palpitate.
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't know if I want to do that.
And what if it says like,
fucking
hi
ghosts home.
Rachel?
Be like, bitch, you don't know me. Say that to my fucking face.
And then it's like, hi Rachel.
Then I'd be punching a ghost.
All of a sudden, we're in the Haunted Mansion ride. Like that's what I'm imagining. This goes like, hey.
In the seat with you.
All right, let's get into this book. We're reading That's What Friends Are For by Wade Rouse. Hit us with an author bio.
All right, so Wade Rouse is a best-selling American author, a memoirist, and novelist who has spent nearly 2 decades writing stories about family, identity, resilience, and the people who shape our lives. Before becoming a full-time author, Rouse worked as a magazine editor and journalist, experiences that helped him develop the sharp wit and observational storytelling that readers know him for today. Over the course of his career, he has published more than a dozen books, including memoirs and novels that have been translated into multiple languages and selected as Today Show must-reads, Indie Next Picks, and Michigan Notable Books. Many readers may know him better by his pen name, Viola Shipman, which he adopted in honor of his beloved grandmother. Rouse has shared that she was a working, poor woman from the Ozarks whose strength, stories, and heirlooms continue to inspire his writings. So did you know that What Friends Are For is the first novel Rouse published under his own name after years of writing fiction as Viola Shipman?
I was going to ask that question. Like, why is this not Viola Shipman then? Okay, continue now. Thank you for answering that.
You're welcome. He described it as the book he was meant to write. Today, Rouse splits his time between Michigan and California with his husband, Gary, and continues to write stories that celebrate friendship, chosen family, and finding joy in unexpected places.
Now for your 2-second book summary.
And
Shortest book summary. For a good reason.
yes, it is plentiful in giving detail on this book. All you needed was 2 sentences. So, imagine the Golden Girls moved to Palm Springs, swapped cheesecake for cocktails, and featured 4 older gay men navigating friendship, family drama, and second chances, and the reality that growing older doesn't mean you've stopped figuring life out. It's funny, heartfelt, and surprisingly emotional.
Thank you.
Perfection.
Tell me that it only...
Spot on.
It's exactly what this book is about. Yeah. So for this cocktail, we don't have one here with us today because we're on girls trip. And so we want to encourage you to go sit by a pool, grab a friend, and enjoy whatever cocktail is that your heart desires, because that's what we're going to do after we're done recording.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so starting off with our first chump, Act 1, chapters 1 through 6. So like Rock said, it's about 4 guys, gay guys, and so you get to see everybody's perspective as we go throughout the book. So each chapter is written by a different person. So we start with Teddy. Teddy, Ron, Sid, and Barry are at brunch. Teddy is telling a story about being old and catty, and Barry tries to be funny, saying his back goes out more than he does. I've very much so related to that. The 4 friends are gay older men that found each other after performing at a local community theater. Their show is reminiscent of Golden Girls, and they call it the Golden Gays. Teddy plays Dorothy, Ron is Rose, Barry is Blanche, and Sid is Sophia. And realizing in their 50s, I think they're not, like, they range from, 60 to 80 something.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
but
Sid
in their
is...
50s, that's when they moved, or when majority of them were in their 50s, they moved in together because Sid is significantly older.
Anyway, so they're all older. They were older. I mean, they all have their own stories, and we get into it, but they are older men when they move in together and have lived a life before coming together and becoming friends. Mm-hmm. They pulled their resources and bought a pink home they now share, and they refer to their house as Zaza's house. Zaza. All the friends except Sid are Christian and formed Church Mary. Sid is Jewish, so they're all religious, but they formed this Church Mary, which is their brunch and time for spirituality. Their brunch is like just in their backyard. Their church is just in their backyard. The 4 of them, one of them puts out all the food and does this whole thing and leaves it, but it's truly just their time to come together. And
yes, because of being gay men in a certain age, when they were younger, they couldn't go to church without being ostracized, so they found a place to still believe
themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. Trudy is calling, which is Teddy's sister, and he's ignoring her calls. He has no contact with her, and Teddy confesses to the reader that he's dying, but he doesn't want to burden his friends with the news. We move on to Barry's chapter. Barry tells a story of Coco, a gay actor who was on the pilot of Golden Girls, which is true.
Yeah, I had to look it up because
I
was
watched the
really?
first episode because of this book,
Yeah.
and there's Coco. Yeah. Yeah, so he was on the pilot of Golden Girls and was quickly removed from the show and cast out of Hollywood. He finally retired in Palm Springs, but his history is they didn't give me access, but I know their secrets because he slept with everyone in Hollywood. He's a little bit of a whore.
He still is a whore.
Yeah. Coco is no longer part of Golden Girls. Well, then you find out Barry was Coco. He knows all this about this actor because it is him. And he has slept his way through most of the famous people and directors and things.
Like so many people that you didn't know were gay.
And that is how he's kind of made his living is by
Blackmailing.
Well, that
Yeah,
and
hush
he does
money.
like local car commercial.
Yeah.
Like he still is showbiz adjacent,
and he's still trying to be an
Yes.
actor. Like he's
Yes.
still active in the
he still
acting
has an
community.
agent. Like,
Showbiz
Yes.
adjacent is too funny.
So he finally retired in Palm Springs, but even being retired, he's still doing things and he still has his agent, like you said, and walking into his therapist's office thinking he heard B. Arthur.
who is the actress who plays Dorothy in Golden Girls?
He's like listening to the other side of the door of his therapist and he's like, oh my gosh, B. Arthur is in there. And then he finds out it's only Fetty. Dr. Dolan diagnosed him with Peter Pan syndrome and advised him to start local theater productions to work through his trauma. Sid, now we're in a Sid chapter. Sid and his best friend Esther go for walks and work out daily. Esther's hilarious.
She is.
She really is.
Plus, they're like very stereotypically Jewish.
Yes.
Or she is, at least.
She
He's
is.
a little less. So Sid talks about finding himself at the age of 60 after being married for 35 years and having 3 children. His wife, Rebecca, cheated first, which is what led him to finding himself outside of his marriage.
But it was always very like hush hush and full
Yeah.
of shame.
Yeah, and when they
He
like
has a very shameful life, or he's full of shame.
Yes.
yes, and when he talks about their marriage, it's really sad. Like
Yeah.
how sex was just to have kids basically, and to like there was no pleasure in it, and it was just we're doing it to make sure that we can form a family. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's so sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of religious talk in this book. When walking the track, they see a new, younger guy. And also, granted, keep in mind, new, younger guy is still like 50s.
50.
Yeah.
So when he was talking about him, I'm like, ooh, like a 20-something hot man working out with those muscles. And then you learn, like, oh, no, he's retired as well. He's moving to Palm Springs. He's retired too. Esther bridges the introduction. She's like, you're going to meet this guy and you're going to have some fun.
And they start calling him Hot Jew.
So Sid fumbles, not knowing how to act or flirt, and then he leaves to meet Esther at a restaurant. But he says something like, have you gotten that mole checked out? That looks like it's a significant mole you have. Yeah, so he goes and meets Esther at the restaurant. Now we're in a Ron chapter. Ron is in charge of the wigs and house design. He tells a story of growing up in the South, the son of a preacher. After his dad found him playing with makeup, he beat him. Ron ran to a local hairdresser, which was the mother of his best friend, Dottie. She comforted him and told him to never let them see him cry. And then he learned how.
sad.
Yeah, and then he learned how to do hair, and he found this community in the South, so he can do a real big coif.
Oh yeah, because the
Oh yeah.
higher the hair, the closer the guy.
Yes.
Okay, so Teddy, he's working in his shop. He owns like a boutique. It's a women's clothing boutique with caftans. So he's working in his shop and a woman comes in looking to buy his mother's bracelet. He has like he puts up these mannequins, he dresses them up. They look fabulous and they're all different themed a lot of times, but he always has his mother's bracelet displayed on one of them and she wants it. And he's like, sorry, it's not for sale. She's like, everything's for sale. Name your price. And he's like, no, really, it's not for sale.
But he had to like think about it.
Yeah.
Like, why am I holding on to this traumatic piece of jewelry?
Yeah. So he apologizes. And then he's a great salesman because he just whisks her around and he's like, I'll show you all these other items though. Let me take you to the back and show you some exclusive things. And so they go around, they find other items. He reflects on his sense of humor, which he got from his mom, and how he learned to use it as a mechanism for survival. His friend and drag queen, Patty O'Furniture, enters the shop. She works for him. Teddy asks if she will watch the shop for a few minutes. She is both the works with Teddy, but also the
MC.
of their
Golden
show.
Gaze Productions.
Golden Gaze, yes. So Teddy goes to his doctor's appointment. He has cancer, stage T3A, and Teddy is confused because he thought he was dying, but the prognosis isn't terminal. Surgery is the best option of survival, but it comes with some heavy possible side effects, like you lose your manhood a little
erectile
bit.
dysfunction,
Yeah.
incontinence.
Yes. But he was like, I have nothing. Like, I am an old gay man. If I can't use my junk, like, who's going to love me?
Yeah, which is crazy. So he's like, I don't want it. He is very adamant. I don't want that to be I'm not doing the surgery. I'm going to die.
I don't have a lot of time left, and if that's all I have left and I can't live,
Yeah.
But
and it's like really sad because it's like he's choosing to die within like months or weeks even. Like it's a very quickly, rapidly growing thing that we can stop if you just get this surgery. But there's side effects and it may never come back.
Yeah.
And that's what he doesn't want to risk. It never coming back. Remembering how he lost his husband, John, and his mother, he thinks maybe not doing the surgery and going quickly would be the best for his friends and himself. The doctor says he's seen his show before and tells him that he has friends that love and can support him. And so he does end up leaving and like, I'll think about it. But when he walks out, he's like, not happening. Then Ron is hosting a tour on a double-decker bus and invited his friends to attend. Teddy is complaining about the tourist. As they drive through Palm Springs, looking at the classic modern former homes of Hollywood royalty, Ron narrates.
And then we jump into the end of Act 1, chapters 7 to 12. Sid is entering the public library, and he hears someone calling him Uncle Sid, Aunt Sophia, because he plays Sophia when he dresses up for the show. And Esther's great-grandchildren run into him, calling him by both his name and his stage name. Sid is dressed as Sophia that day because every Wednesday he hosts drag queen reading hour for children 3 to 8 years old. Esther FaceTimes Rebecca and Sid's great-grandchildren, Noah, Naomi, and Avia, and they watch every Wednesday from Chicago. It's kind of sweet. He still has ties to... Like, he didn't lose his family by being who he is. Mm-hmm. Sid talks about his life and how he sacrificed his own happiness for his family's. Sid is a romantic, and he has never experienced the love he craves with another man. As he's walking to his car, he hears someone yell, "Groomer," and he holds up his pocketbook just in time to stop her spit from hitting him in the face. The woman confronts Sid, calling him a pedophile and reaching into her bag. Terrified, he tosses hard candy from his pocket into her face and jumps into his car to drive away because he's like, this bitch has a gun. Like, I can't die here.
And he protects himself with like
Grandma candy.
Grandma candy. Once away and safe, Sid pulls over and he cries and realizing he jumped into the car without his shoes. So his shoes are in the street. Feeling strong, he turns around, drives back to the library, and his shoes are right there on the street where he left them.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to go back and if no one stands up for this, it's never going to change. I'm going to go back and I don't care if she's there. I'm going to find my shoes and I'm going to, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He like gets this bout of courage.
Now, in Barry's perspective, he calls Teddy from the gym because Barry is a health nut. He has to keep in shape for Hollywood that he's not a part of. So he asks for help with a headache. He's remembering his first relationship with this man named Kyle, and he's kind of like thinking back in time about when he was getting ready to have his big break. He goes to a convention for 80s TV sitcoms, and he runs into his first love, Kyle. As they start to catch up, Kyle invites him to be his guest at the event that they're having for Kyle. They both went out for the role of Coco. Kyle broke up with him, and then Barry kind of career fizzled out, and Kyle got this amazing role, and now he's super famous.
And Kyle, like, when they broke up, he's like, you're accepting a role that's clearly not for you. Like, you shouldn't be accepting this role. You're horrible for it. I can't even believe they picked you.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Just nasty little man. So they're having this moment, and he's like, oh, you should come and be my guest. I'm speaking tomorrow at the convention for day 2. A woman recognizes Kyle, and then this like group of women swarm him, and Barry kind of uses this time to slink out of the convention. In Teddy's perspective, at the end of one of their Golden Gaze performance, he's reflecting on how different he would have been if his mother had accepted him being gay. The friends notice that Teddy is off as he battles internally with telling them about his cancer. He's fighting it on his own. Mm-hmm. Teddy's mom used to sneak upstairs and call Teddy. They would watch Golden Girls while on the phone together. One day she told him his father was dead. He came home for the first time on Christmas because he left when he was like 16 or 17 and he never came back. And it wasn't until his dad passed that he came home, and he saw his mom was spitting up blood that Christmas. And so he stayed with her and cared for her until she passed. While caring for his mom, they had touching moments. She apologized that they lived in a time where it was not okay for her to show him how much she loved him. And after his mother passed, his sister never called him again.
Yeah, like his family, because his father was also church something. Was he a pastor or something?
Yeah, he was super religious.
Yeah, very religious. And so, but he was a horrible father.
Yes.
And so he like basically disowned him. And then his sister also disowned him.
Yeah. And then once mom died, she had no reason to call him. So
She's like, I have no family.
Yeah. After the show, the friends go to a local gay bar, and Teddy talks about the sanctuary and community that this bar provides. And then after...
Because it's like, oh, these bachelorette girls come in and try and take this, and it's not for them.
Yeah, this is our gay sanctuary. So after almost getting to a fight with a young bachelor, Teddy leaves to go to a karaoke bar down the street. There he runs into his late husband's friends. They were cruel and blamed Teddy for John's death, so Teddy fakes a fabulous smile and heads off to sing.
They in the past, when his husband died, he overheard them saying something about
blaming him because he had committed suicide, but they were like, oh, all of Teddy is just so out there, and John didn't need that, and that's what drove him to hurting himself. So in Sid's perspective, he sadly sits alone, reflecting on the second half of his life and how he's consistently alone. He's always alone. Mm-hmm. He looks at Teddy and sees that he's looking sad tonight. This is before Teddy goes out to the other bar. When a hand lands on his shoulder and Sid realizes out loud, it's Hot Jew! His name is Leo Levy, and he saw the show that night, and Sid's martini is giving him loose lips, so he's just like word vomiting. Yeah. Leo is a news reporter, freshly transplanted to Palm Springs, and he started a news segment called Gray and Gay and wants to interview Sid. Leo confesses that he knew about what happened at the library. The security cameras got everything, and the administration sent it to the police to press charges on the woman that attacked Sid. Thinking if he will do the segment, Barry corners Leo. Barry's kind of an ass. He loves sleeping around with people, and he's like, oh, clearly this man is not interested in Sid, so I'm going to go over here and try to get me some ass. Sid stands...
Because he's a hot Jew. He's a hot man.
So Barry's cornering him, so Sid just stands up and goes to the karaoke bar. He's like, well, clearly Sid is so sad. He thinks nobody can love him.
Yeah, he doesn't have any confidence at all.
None whatsoever.
Zero. So he tucks into the back of the bar and he listens to Teddy sing. In Barry's perspective, he shows up to the second day event at the convention center and is taken back when he realizes he's invisible there. Like, he's walking the red carpet and the bouncer's like, who the fuck are you? Like, you're not allowed to be here.
Like, keep walking.
Yeah. Other interests in the back, dude. People are not there to see him. He is rudely told by security that he needs to go to the nobody line. And he's about to leave when he hears someone calling his name, and it's Kyle. Kyle has Barry escorted to the front row of the event. At the after party, Barry brings up their relationship and how it ended, and Kyle is very full of himself and tells Barry he forgives him, then whispers to him, now I know you'll never leave me again. Oh, I hate this man.
Mm-hmm. Well, because he even talks about how, like, you shouldn't have taken, it wasn't the right job for you. You should have never accepted that.
Yeah.
You got what you deserved.
You shouldn't have treated me that way. I was right. I knew what was best for you. Barry feels like he should run. Like, in his head, he's like, this is not right. I don't need to be here with him. But Kyle is there, keeping him engaged. Kyle is unhappily married and admits to thinking about Barry all the time.
Barry even knows, he's like, I looked him up. I know he's married. I know he's got a family. Like,
he keeps tabs on him.
Yes.
Kyle introduces Barry to the director of a new film and demands that Barry be in it. And the director's like, we have
Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, yeah. We have Billy Bob Thornton casted for this role. And he's like, I don't care. I want Barry in this role.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm paying for this film.
Yeah, he's like, I'm the producer. Like,
so do it. In return, Kyle wants sex, but Barry is struggling with the quid pro quo. Mm-hmm. But they are interrupted by another cast member, and Barry heads home but struggles to sleep. In Ron's
he's got the opportunity that he's been waiting for all his life to be in this huge film with Kyle.
But at what cost?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Ron is frustrated with his friends. Ron is really the only one that's consistently working designing houses now. So he kind of funds the house. And he's
also the one who does all the cooking for church. He does he does the sermon. He cleans up after everyone.
He makes a chore chart every week that nobody pays attention to.
So never related more to anyone in my life.
So all four of these men went to the bar together. Teddy has now left. Sid is now gone. Barry's in the corner with Leo, and Ron is alone. And he's looking around like, nobody's fucking said goodbye to me. Everyone left me.
My friends kind of suck right now.
Yeah. He goes back home. The house is a mess. He had bought all this food for church, and it's like half eaten because
He can't even make because it's like the next day and he's getting ready for church and he can't even make the food that he wanted to.
Because he makes these elaborate brunches.
Yes.
He's like the house mother.
Yeah.
Yes. He screams, like Bloody Mary screams in the kitchen, and all of his friends run into the kitchen, and then they end up fighting. And as Ron is set to leave, Trudy, Teddy's sister, and a girl are on their doorstep. Like, Ron opens the door to leave, like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, who are you here? And so he's like itching for some payback. So he escorts Trudy. He's like, oh, I know he hates you. Come inside.
Yeah.
And then he decides, oh, I'm going to stay home for this show. This is worth staying for.
Yes. He's like, this is going to be an interesting evening.
Yeah.
So then we jump into Act 2, chapters 13 through 20. Teddy is asking his friends to step out of the house. He saunters into the living room, and the young girl is Caddy with Teddy, and she introduces herself as Ava, which is Trudy's granddaughter. Teddy is vicious to his sister, while Ava tells her to explain why she is there. Teddy continues to outline all the hurtful things Trudy did to him, and Ava is aghast. She's like, you did what?
Yeah.
Is that
like
true,
Grandma? Yeah.
Yes, like, I can't believe this. And then, so Trudy goes to leave when the friends enter to help the situation. Trudy tells Teddy that she sold their parents' farm and placed it in an account with both their names. Her husband passed, and she wants to leave the house and makes things right with Teddy. Ron offers his room to the two ladies and invites them to church. Teddy wonders how they found him because he's been gone and hasn't talked to her for all these years. And so he's like, how the hell does she even know where to look for me?
Right. And she's like, you guys go to church?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, yes, I would love to go to church. Absolutely. I didn't know you guys went to church.
Little does she know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So then, in Ron's point of view, during church, Teddy is still loud and yells all of the atrocities he suffered along as a child. He storms off, and Teddy comes back just as Trudy calmly tells Ron is going to burn in hell.
Oh, yeah. Because he's talking, and she's like, oh, you know you're going to go to hell, right? Like, this is not church. You are gay. You're destined for the devil.
Yes, you will be going up in flames. So then Trudy and Teddy argue until Ron chimes in and puts Trudy in her place. They end holding hands in prayer.
Ron is so well versed in the Bible, and he starts quoting shit to her, and she's like, "What?" And he's like, "So should we cast it? Like, what are you wearing right now? Are your garments made the way they're supposed to be made, or should I be throwing you and killing you too?"
Yeah.
And she's literally like doesn't know how to respond.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, he was right there, ready to put her in her place.
And he's like, so anyways, as we all gather here, please give me your hands so we can bow our heads in prayer. So then in Barry's point of view, Barry and Ava talk about boys and life while she floats in the pool. It's really kind of an endearing conversation because it's super honest, super transparent.
I feel like Ava is what starts to connect these friends all over again.
Yeah, she heals the cracks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they connect and talk more about Kyle and if he's worth the internal scar he will give once he leaves. Because she tells him, like, why are you afraid? Like, you're going to have a scar either way. You're going to have a scar if you don't, like, pursue it, or you're going to have a scar if you do. So why not just try it, right?
And she kind of makes this point, like, why does it have to be this or that? Like, can't you just write your own story a little bit? Yeah.
And if it's not something that you're willing to do, then don't do it.
Yeah.
She gives him like a fresh perspective, you know?
Yes.
Okay, so then Sid sits in his car outside of the library, terrified to go inside. Just as he's about to leave, Esther and Talia knock on his door. They sit with him and give him a pep talk, eventually walking him inside the library.
Yeah, he almost missed the drag lunch because that woman scared the shit out of him.
Yeah.
He's terrified.
After his reading hour, he agrees to meet with Leo for an interview. Sid gives a brave and touching interview, and at the end, Leo asks him out, and Sid, fearful to have his heart crushed, says yes. Because he does really like him, but he's like, why would this young
why would you
hot
like
guy-
me as an 80-something-year-old man?
He's
old,
like, I'm wrinkly.
saggy.
Yes. And he talks about himself very negatively.
Very negatively.
So then in Teddy's perspective, Trudy waits for him in the kitchen. And as they talk, it's clear Trudy's hiding something, but still fails to be honest with Teddy. He tells her she can stay the week, but to stay out of his way. He's like, you know what, fine. If you're going to be here, but don't bother me. So waking up hungover midday, Teddy finds Ava sitting in his room. She tells him something is going on with her grandma, and she convinced her to come to him. She also found the pamphlets about cancer Teddy thought he hid on his dresser, and Ava realizes he hasn't told anyone, and seeing he's hurting, she offers to make him a microwave burrito as he falls back asleep. She was obviously snooping.
Yeah, right.
And finds all of his stuff.
Finds his like medicine too.
Yeah. Oh, because she
knows
does say something like,
Yeah.
oh, and you're also taking this and this and this. And he's like, what? Why are you going through my things?
Yeah.
So then in Barry's perspective, in shock as his agent calls saying he landed a new movie with Kyle because Kyle was pushing for it. And Barry is in shock. Filming starts in 2 weeks. Ava and Teddy walk out at the end of the call, and Ava senses Barry's tension and asks if he is okay and if he plans to go through with it. He says undecided and jumps into the pool.
They have like a moment where it's just like clearly they're talking about something different
Yeah.
and nobody else knows what the hell's going on.
But Ava's super intuitive and very observant, and she's just kind of weeding her way into everybody's little dramas. So Barry goes to the old Pioneer movie set to prep for the film. Ooh. Kyle is there. Barry thanks him for the role, and Kyle says they can run lines at his rental. When Barry asks what Kyle wants, he pushes him to the floor and unzips his pants. It's like super aggressive and really uncomfortable. And once Kyle has relieved himself, because Barry's literally on his knees, he turns to leave. Leaves Barry just on his knees there
In
like
the dirt.
still wiping his mouth. And Barry asks about running lines. Like, hey, I thought we were going to go to your rental and run these lines. And Kyle tells him to learn his lines on his own and don't embarrass him. Like, he's like, doesn't even turn and look to him. He just like, you figure it out, but don't embarrass me because I got you this role.
Yeah. I'm gonna ruin. Yeah.
Or I'm going to ruin you. Yes. And so then in Ron's perspective, he's taking Trudy to the LGBTQ plus community center, and they listen to the stories of those that have been abused for being part of the LGBTQ plus community. Ron is trying to reach Trudy, and he is quick to reference the Bible to make his point. So in
He can play her game.
Oh yeah. He's like, you know what? You're going to talk a bunch of crap, but I'm going to show you why like what you believe in has nothing to do with what my life looks like.
And what your brother went through.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so Sid is staring at his reflection naked. He's like standing in the mirror in the bathroom and he's like, oh my God, I'm so old and wrinkly.
Just criticizing
and
himself.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, which I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teddy walks and they have an awkward encounter. At one point, Teddy compliments Sid. Oh, because he like walks in on him in the bathroom.
He's like, oh my God.
Yes. Yes. And then eventually says, doesn't he say something like, what happened to your ass? Like, didn't you used to have an ass?
Yeah.
But then he eventually compliments Sid, and Sid is very concerned about Teddy.
Because he's like, why are you being nice to me?
Yeah,
Teddy?
like, what
You're
is-
an asshole all day long?
Yeah.
Why did you just compliment me?
Yeah. And so Sid meets Leo for dinner, and he is a mess. Like, he just cannot get his words out. He's a disaster, and it's awful.
And he's in his head. Like, you're not, like you're
Why
too
are you
young.
even wanting to have dinner with me?
Yes.
Yes. He cannot figure out this ulterior motive he must have.
Nobody can love me. I am unlovable. So
Yeah.
why would you be here?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he embarrasses himself and goes to leave, and Leo stops him. Leo is sweet and explains that he's there for Sid and wants someone to see beyond his physical features. Leo gives him a kiss before the waiter comes back to take their order. Because he's like, no, don't leave. Like, I am here for you, not your body. I'm here because I like you as a person.
And like everyone's body goes away. It's not
Yeah.
about the body.
Yeah.
Amen.
I've had all these bodies in my life, and I don't need a body. I need a brain.
So then we jump into mine, and it's Act 3, chapters 21 through 27. So from Teddy's perspective, he's taking Ava to work with him. She's inspired by the shop. Teddy hands her a letter, and it was the letter that he wrote to Trudy, but never actually sent it. After reading it, Ava is crying and holding on to Teddy. It breaks her heart. Then back to Ron. Ron takes Trudy with him while he gets his hair done. She eventually is convinced to do her hair as well, and she has like a little makeover. They go to a restaurant. Trudy's horrified. There's a drag queen performing. She runs out of the restaurant, and Ron finds her in a heap crying. He finally is able to get her to look at him to ask what is wrong, and she tells him a story about her dad that brings Ron to tears as well. Back to Barry. He's surprised to find Trudy in the living room looking at a framed picture of the friends. They talked about how Trudy feels with her husband gone. She's relieved and feels like she has a fresh start. They watch an episode of Golden Girls together, and she even says like she's never seen Golden Girls.
Yeah.
And so they're like, let's watch an episode. They share a moment, and Trudy asks if she can share something with him. Afterwards, he walks over and they sit together. Trudy asks if they can watch another episode. So Trudy's starting to open up to the Golden Gaze.
Yeah, she's found friends in her brother's friends.
And her brother's friends.
When she really feels like she doesn't have friends.
Yeah.
Probably because she's a biatch.
Yeah, seriously, she's judgy.
She's lived a life that someone else has told her she needed to instead of one of her own.
Yeah.
Impressed it upon her. Like she felt like she had to live that way.
Yes. Back to Sid. He's lying in bed with Leo. He overanalyzes everything. He feels so odd to be filled with warmth and love, saying his inside thoughts out loud. So he tells Leo, please don't break my heart. I don't think I can take it. And Leo promises, which their relationship is kind of weird because at least in the, like when you're reading it, they fall hard. But
Yeah,
there's
and
not
fast.
a lot that happens that makes them fall hard, right? Like,
Yeah.
and then the doorbell rings, and Leo asks Sid to grab his Amazon package. He's like, "It must be Amazon. We just go check it." And when Sid opens the door, he finds a man and a woman, thinking that they were like at the wrong address. They're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. We didn't check him. Call him. Make sure
Check the
this is the right
address
address.
again.
right?"
Call Leo. Call him.
And he's like, Leo's here, and then he finds out it's Leo's parents,
And he's, like,
I don't
half
think
naked.
he's fully dressed. He's like in
No.
a towel or something.
Yes.
After the most awkward interaction ever, Sid moves to leave. He like runs back to the room like, I'm just gonna get dressed really quick and go. And Leo follows him and begs him to stay. He wants him there.
Because he first says, oh, this is my friend Sid. And so Sid's like, oh, shit, okay.
Like, I'm just a friend.
Yeah, but then he tells them, like, I'm your friend. And he's like, no, let's go introduce you to my parents as my boyfriend.
Yes.
Let's do it right. But I was just super caught off guard. Like, I
Yeah,
didn't know they were coming.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I wasn't expecting them to be here.
Well, obviously, my old schlong's hanging out. So back to Teddy. Ava convinces Teddy to go back to the doctor and schedule the surgery. Ava acts as his medical advocate and opens up Teddy to ask his questions to the doctor.
Because he's scared about his junk not working and peeing himself and all
And
the
Ava
things.
like just talks for him.
Yeah,
She's
and the
like,
doctor's
this
kind
is
of
our
impressed.
concern. He's like, are you sure you don't want to be
Yeah.
in medicine? She's like, not even a little.
Oh yeah, because she's like, he needs this surgery with this type of thing and this, and he was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, and he's worried about these side effects. So long term, what are we looking at?
Yeah, like
And
she's really his medical advocate. For
yes.
Yes. That Saturday, Teddy asks to rearrange the shows to perform Scared Straight, which is a Golden Girls episode. He wants to perform it with the Golden Gaze. Trudy and Ava are in the front row.
They're finally coming around.
Yes. They're there to watch a show. So Teddy improvs during the skit and walks to the front of the stage announcing his cancer to his friends and the audience. He like starts a few of them don't like the improv. He's like, stick to the script. And so he starts talking about how he has cancer on stage. And
Because they're like talking about secrets. Like that
Yes.
script had something to do with secrets. And he's like,
Yes.
well, while we're at it, I have a secret I need to talk about. And then that's
Yes.
when they start realizing
But then
that
everybody
it's
has
off
secrets.
script.
Yes. So he's announcing his cancer to his friends and the audience. Sid comes forward next and announces he's in love with Leo and that he was attacked at the library.
Oh yeah, because he hadn't shared
He
that
hadn't
with his
told
friends.
his friends that. Yeah. Barry confesses next that he has been cast in a movie, finally. Ron says his secret can't be shared because it's between Trudy and Teddy. So we need to take this off stage. And the audience is like, oh.
Yeah, and everybody's like kind of invested. They all start
Yeah.
pulling their phones out to record. And he's like,
Yes.
they're not supposed to do that, but they're in the moment now.
Yeah. So then, from Ron's perspective, he sequesters Trudy and Teddy into his room to force them to talk. Trudy tries to bring up watching cartoons on Saturday morning together. And Teddy's like, this is what you want to talk to me about?
This is the big
cartoons?
secret?
This is it?
Yeah.
So Teddy's super short with her again and then lashes out at Ron.
Like, why would you put us in the, like, what are you talking about?
Like,
Because,
what good is this doing?
yeah.
We already went down memory lane, Trudy.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have a great relationship. The end.
Yeah. Eventually, Trudy says she was her dad's victim. Like, she's like, I was his victim, not you.
Yeah.
He might have beat you a little bit. She starts telling him details of her sexual assault and how she wanted Teddy to hate her to keep him away from their dad. She only married Ralph to get away and to make a safe space for herself, but she never really loved him.
Yeah.
She always suspected her mom knew, which is why she drank so much. and they end up hugging, and Teddy cries as they finally know each other's deepest pains. Really sad.
It was
Yeah.
a very sad chapter.
Sid, back in Sid's perspective, he and Leo meet Leo's parents at a restaurant to have a fresh start. Joseph, which is Leo's dad, is kind and open, and they talk freely. Miriam, Leo's mom, is clearly digging and snarky, which Leo talks about. Like they've met other people that have been like other boyfriends that have been in my life. Like they're aware, they're open, they're kind. It's okay,
But Sid's older than his parents.
yes, and
Like significantly older, like a whole decade older.
Yeah.
the mom is definitely not as open to it as
No.
Leo wants her to be, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
But
because
Leo doesn't even realize that she's not open to it.
Yeah.
She's
think-
kind of painting herself in front of him as like,
Yes.
Whatever you want, honey. I'm
Yeah.
so
glad you're
for you.
happy.
Yeah. I think
Right?
the dad says something like, you know what, son, to Sid. And he's like, even though I'm clearly older than him.
Yeah.
I could babysit these people.
Yeah, right. When Sid goes to the restroom, she stands up and she's like, I'm going to go with him. She's squeezing his arm and tells him she thinks he's disgusting and doesn't approve of his relationship with her son. She's like, she gets into it. She's like around the corner, and anytime a waiter walks by, she's like, kind to Sid. And then she's like, as soon as she's alone with him, she's like,
how do you think it's fair that he's going to have to be caring for you at the end of your life?
Burying you.
Yeah.
What kind
Yeah.
of life is that for my son?
Yeah, she tells him
he
his-
doesn't deserve this.
Yeah, she tells him his love will never be enough. She hits home all of Sid's insecurities and finally beaten asks her to tell Leo he didn't feel well. It's not until valet brings his car that he lets his emotions out. Yeah, it's really sad. It's like, I mean, to her point, it is her son, and she's like, how is it fair that he gets his last, like, what do you got?
10 years maybe?
Max, you're in your 80s, like max, and they're probably the worst years of your life because all it's going to be is health and doctor visits and trying to save you. Like, what are you doing to him?
Yeah, and you're robbing me of potential grandchildren
Yes,
that I could have.
which
like,
I mean,
no, you're
which
not.
she
You could
knew-
probably have the same chance of grandchildren.
Yeah, that probably wasn't going to change.
Yeah.
But her other concerns, somewhat valid. She was just going about it
She's
super
just
aggressively.
Very
it's
rude
not-
about it.
Yeah.
She was not kind at all. She was
No.
definitely a little bitch.
Yes. Then we jump into Act 3 through the closing credits, chapters 28 to 33. And in Teddy's perspective, he's sharing a moment with Trudy at sunset. They're finally both happy and starting to heal. They share martinis, and Ava says she's going to miss seeing them happy together the most when it's their time to leave. Trudy says the money from the sale of the house will be in Teddy's account in about a week, and surprisingly, Teddy plans to gift it to someone in time. He's like, I don't think I'm going to spend it. I'm going to save it for someone. It's really for Ava.
Yeah.
Barry's point of view on the set of the movie, he is taken in the moment. He's like, this is my time. And the director has a very masculine demeanor, and
Well, even like where he's getting ready, his dress and his, right? It's like, oh, this is a trailer that has my name on it and different from anything I've been,
Yeah.
like, I've been on.
really
It's
made it.
Like, I'm here.
but the director treats all the men on the set as like he's a football coach. He's just like,
Get out there, Barry.
come on, bear boy.
Bear boy.
Barry is surprised by the luxury of his trailer, the
Oh.
food being delivered, and by his makeup artist. He's like, how did you know to bring me this? And they're like, it's in your contract. You get this food. And he's like, my fucking agent's the best.
Yeah.
After the scene, Barry killed it. Kyle busts into his trailer. He's choking Barry and forcing himself on him. Barry hits him over the head with a tray and kicks him out of the trailer. And he lets Kyle know he has a no termination clause in his contract. And if he ever threatens or touches him again, his agent will go after the studio. He finally
Barry.
stands up for himself. So what the hell? A few months later, in Teddy's perspective, Ron is checking Teddy's pain level. He's being a nurse. He's helping Teddy recover right on time. Ron's chore chart is finally working, and Sid and Barry come into the room to take over for their nurse shift. Sid said he's ending things with Leo, but he has to get ready for his reading hour. Barry tells Teddy about Kyle and how he's received all types of scripts now. Just then, Teddy's phone rings, and it's Trudy. Their relationship is now loving, and she's contemplating moving to Palm Springs. And Ava is looking for colleges in California, too. In Ron's perspective, he has a cathartic moment going to a new barber, and he finally cuts off his long curly hair. He comes home, releases all his pent-up feelings about his childhood, ready for a fresh start.
Yeah, he like looks in the mirror and he sees his dad and he's like, oh.
He's like, there, that's where you've been, old man.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I can grow my hair back out now.
I did that. Check.
Yeah. In Sid's point of view, he's finishing up reading hour and he's attacked again by the same woman. This time she pulls a gun at him and there's another woman in the parking lot who's quickly calling the police. Sid fights back this time, disarming the woman with his pocketbook. He's like, whoopsh, whoopsh, whoopsh. Meeting with Leo after days of no contact, he tells him about the library and the conversation with Leo's mom. They confess their love for each other. In Barry's perspective, he's watching his phone, like just staring at it, waiting for his agent to call. Barry floats in the pool. He's finally took to writing and is waiting for a response. The agent calls and Netflix has greenlit his show. Teddy and Barry celebrate and Teddy tells him to go with Joy. Like, I know you need to leave, but go with Joy. Don't worry about the house or us. Like, we're good. In Teddy's perspective, he takes Trudy to John's grave. This was sad too. And then they go spread their mom's ashes together, but a gust of wind blows the ashes back into Trudy's face and she's like, I think I'm tasting mom. And he just laughs and he's like, that's mom. Like,
Won't he do it?
Then at the Church of Mary, the friends are happy and Ava and Trudy are there. Kyle's Maybach was vandalized, and Trudy fesses up to the crime to the friends. They're all like,
They're like, Trudy, who are you? She's like, I had to protect you guys.
Yeah. The book closes with Teddy giving the reader some advice about life. Learn to laugh at yourself early in life. You better learn to forgive yourself midlife. And you better have friends late in life, or you will not survive.
We rate our books on a 3-shot system. 1 shot, I'm not coming back for more. 2 shots is it's good enough for another, but not worth a hangover. And 3 shots is it got me up. Okay. This was Rachel's choice. So yeah, why don't you tell us what your review of it was?
I teetered between a 1 and a 2 for this book because I thought it had a lot of emotional parts to it, but it wasn't like, it didn't have a lot of meat, I guess, in the story. I am going to end with a 2 because I do think it touched on a lot of things in the book, like the strife of the LGBTQ community. It talked a lot about healing and finding friends and the need to have good friends in your life. And I think even if you're not part of the LGBTQ plus community, you can resonate with some of the things in this book. So I will give it a 2.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm giving it a 1 shot, but I do hear you. And I think that there was, I feel like it's a little bit like Solito, right? Like it's a great book for conversation. Like it really raises a lot of things, but it was really hard for me to get through. I found it a little bit boring. There wasn't like much of a storyline. It was just these
moments of yelling.
Like you're just watching these people's lives. And it did kind of have like a climax and then like an end and a closure, whatever, resolve. Yeah, it was hard for me to get through. It wasn't as fun and exciting as I wanted it to be. And I think that the whole purpose of it was very much so like, this is the life that a gay man potentially experiences.
Yeah.
And so it's eye-opening, but I just wasn't super into it. There was a lot of religious piece of it that I was like, yeah, that's parts of the reason why I don't like religion. And I grew up in the church, so I could relate to a lot of it. But I think there's also a lot of really beautiful things about the church. Yeah, there was not very much of that. Ron brought a little bit of that, but yeah. So anyways, 1.
Okay.
I also will give it a 1. I think there were heartfelt moments that, drew me in. There were pieces, but I think I was like 75% way through the book. Like, what is this book about? Like, what is happening? Like, I felt like I needed to have an understanding of what the journey I was supposed to be on. And I didn't know what it was. I think it did tie at the end and you kind of figure it out. But yeah, the thing is I think the topics and the things that you're experiencing in it are super important. And no disrespect to Wade Rouse, but I just didn't like the way it was written, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that like it was bad writing. I just didn't feel like there was much of a plot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was just there.
Yeah. It was just a story
to
share.
Yeah. Which also, just random side note, kind of leads me to how we sort of, like you said, Solito, how we talk about, like, he is a memoir writer. So it's probably just the writing style that we weren't super pumped on.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. That's a wrap on this episode of Literature on the Rocks. We unpacked That's What Friends Are For by Wade Rouse, a story that reminded us friendship can be chaotic, complicated, hilarious, and sometimes the very thing that gets you through life. The prompts are live now, so make sure you answer them before next week's book club. We can't wait to hear your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe because we're here for you every Wednesday.
Yeah. If this episode reminded you that family isn't always the people you were born with, but often the people who choose to stay, go ahead and rate and review the podcast. It helps us keep sharing stories about friendships, second chances, and finding your people.
Good friends change everything, and sometimes they become the family we need most. Follow @LitOnTheRocksPod on Instagram and TikTok, and visit literatureontherocks.com.
Until next time, may your laughter be loud and your cocktails enjoyed poolside with your favorite people. Cheers!
Toodaloo!
Bye.